Hello, I'm Stuart Squires from Comma Group, and I'm going to start my presentation by getting inside your head right now. Imagine these are 12 tools that you need to purchase. You'll notice that there's 6 tools in colour and 6 tools in black and white. Now, in your head, I want you to pick one of the tools that's in colour. Right, in colour. Then move left or right until you get to a black and white tool. Yep. Then move up or down until you get to a colour tool. Done? Then move diagonally until you get to a black and white tool. There. And finally, move left or right until you get to a tool in colour. So, you're currently thinking of one tool. Lock that tool in your mind right now. The tool you're thinking of is the screwdriver. Am I right? Yeah? Well, there you go. It's not just because I've been stalking you and looking at your wobbly cupboards in your kitchen. I've just apparently got inside your head and made you think of the product that I want you to buy first. We took a really abstract journey, and as if by magic, you're now hankering to go down to your local store and buy a screwdriver. It was an abstract, complex journey, and journeys like that, or complex processes like that, can be really quite hard to follow and hard to get right without taking a wrong turn. So at Comma, we see this all the time. In the sometimes abstract, complex processes companies follow to collate and create data that they hold about the products that they need to sell. Data that ends up not being quite right, either not complete, inaccurate, or just out of date. Now, the importance of having accurate data and trustworthy data that really represents the products that you sell, that's not a new thing. It's always been hard to get that data correctly aligned with reality, especially in a timely manner. What has changed is the volume and diversity of the data, and that's increased quite dramatically over time. Initially, the only data we needed to get right was that necessary to buy and sell a product. We moved on to having to speak the same language as our business partners, so our suppliers, our logistics providers, other people in the supply chain, in order to move goods about efficiently. As internal reporting and analytics advanced, so did the need for more data. Then you have legislation and regulation. They're much more demanding now. And adhering to the rules, proving that we can adhere to the rules, and telling our customers that we are adhering to the rules is mandatory to do business. Take, for example, food regulations around allergens and nutrition in the hospitality sector, or health and safety guidelines in the building sector. There are serious implications if you get data wrong. And if this wasn't enough, in this world of the digital marketplace, we have to differentiate ourselves from the competition. Competition that can sell our products cheaper than we can. We need to prove our expertise. We need to get our customers to trust us in order to buy from us. And it doesn't even stop there. The demand for new information is not slowing down, and to many, this new data is more important than the vast amount of boring old data that we already hold. Who would have thought 5 years ago that the presence of palm oil in a product would drive a yes-no buying decision by so many people? Ethical sourcing has been on the cards for a while, with companies now using blockchain to ensure that the provenance of their product is immutable and trustworthy. You, as a customer, know where your product has come from. Water footprint is becoming a hot topic. In his 2014 expose of water footprint, the environmental journalist Stephen Lee pointed out that it takes 7,600 litres of water just to make one pair of jeans. And that's just to make them. That's growing the cotton, manufacturing them, stonewashing them, if that's what your thing is. This doesn't even include the water that we use to wash them once we buy them. And these are just 3 examples of emerging data points that are becoming very important to consumers. This explosion in demand for new data is very unlikely to slow down. So we need to learn to manage it. So what can we do? We can create more spreadsheets and apply heavy governance around them to make sure that data stays aligned. We're good at creating spreadsheets. We can add more applications and invest in the robust integration to avoid data integrity issues, so where data is different between one system to another. We can employ more people and deal with the extra cost and complexity in making sure that they all work in the same way. We can always outsource it and make the whole of this someone else's problem, but that comes at a price. We can buy solutions specific to the exact problem that we have. But where does that end? You'll have to do that every time for every problem. All of these options can be valid. Working out what the best combination of all of these is something Comma can help you with. And now we have another set of tools in our toolbox that can help you get even more success. We can now apply artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques to these challenges, with them being built into traditional master data systems. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, there's a couple of buzzwords for you, and it's probably worth us getting on the same page of what we mean when we say these. After all, one of the biggest challenges we have as data professionals is to get people to agree on definitions and be as unambiguous as possible. And this, going over the basics, can get boring for experts, but I believe that it helps everybody, including the experts, if they appreciate what the least experienced person in the room, be that virtual, understands by the terms that we commonly use. So, for our purpose, artificial intelligence is the act or the art of incorporating human intelligence and logic into machines. It's an all-encompassing term that covers a plethora of other acronyms that you may have ticked off in your buzzword bingo, like machine learning and deep learning, but it's really just a machine solving a problem using a set of predefined rules, which we call algorithms. We can split it down further into general artificial intelligence. So that's where you use sensors, optical, audio sensors, that can identify objects and the physical proximity of them, and then can take decisions on a course of action. So think driverless cars, vacuum cleaners, drones, etc. We can also split to narrow AI, where pattern recognition can accurately predict future states, future values, trends in data. For example, classifying images with Google Vision, or automatically classifying products into a hierarchy. Obviously, this is only scratching the surface of this definition. But from this definition, it doesn't sound too scary, does it? Let us now take on one of the encompassed terms, machine learning. Machine learning is a technique for realizing artificial intelligence, really. It's about enabling computer systems, oddly enough, to learn, similar to how humans learn, based upon experience. And in this case, by experience, we really mean data, using existing data, collected data, and extrapolated data to make accurate predictions. It works by training algorithms. The more data we supply to an algorithm, the more accurate the result, similar to how humans gather more information to make better decisions. The intelligence of a computer system, of a machine learning system, is really measured by how much experience it has obtained, but mainly by the results of its decisions. More data means more intelligence, means ever improved decisions, but only if the data is correct. So that's your artificial intelligence, machine learning 101. But what does it all mean in terms of sorting out our data issues and adding business value? It gives us opportunities around speed. So a machine, obviously, can complete processes more quickly, especially when the processes are apparently abstract and complex. For example, you can get humans who extract data out of a system, put it into a spreadsheet, apply their experience and knowledge to make changes to it, to then upload that back into the system. But what if you train a machine learning process to do that and monitor that? A human may never need to spend any time doing that, and you can do it much quicker. Accuracy and consistency. So let's stick with the same example. A machine learning algorithm will become consistent in its approach, whereas we, as humans, when we perform this exercise, it can be boring, it can be monotonous, it can be tedious, which means we could rush and be less focused and maybe make mistakes. We're aiming to get better data. Productivity. So this also relates to speed. We can improve the process by having people just only dealing with the exceptions. Exceptions that the machine learning environment doesn't yet understand, but they will be the norm the next time around. And this all results in systems and humans becoming more productive working together, and us getting better data more quickly. Efficiency. This means we need less effort to perform tasks, meaning less labour, lower data processing costs. Getting better data at a lower cost. And we can repurpose humans, or people. There's always more important and exciting things that we can be doing, like talking with and delighting our customers, and getting better results. I intimated before, and we often talk about needing good quality data to get the benefits from artificial intelligence and machine learning. If the data you feed into the system is rubbish, then it doesn't matter how clever your algorithms are. The output will be rubbish, and that can be dangerous. This, what we're doing here, is we're turning it on its head. We're using artificial intelligence and machine learning to improve the quality of your data, which in turn will then improve other bits of artificial intelligence and machine learning. It's a self-fulfilling, self-improving situation. Comma works with its partners to combine traditional good practice with cutting-edge approaches to data challenges. Getting better data more quickly, getting better data at a lower cost, getting better results. Wherever you are in your journey, be that eager to remove spreadsheets from your business, or as excited as I am about the opportunities that artificial intelligence, machine learning can afford us, then contact Comma and bring a bit of science and technology to the magical world of data. Better data, better business, better outcomes.